All right, what players stood out to me? The under-the-radar players from day 1, 2, and 3 from 49er camp. We hit that next, but first, thanks to our title sponsor, Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. They're open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week in both Emeryville and Corte Madera. Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Get the brisket chili, the potato chips cooked in beef fat, mouth-watering. All right, let's talk Niner camp days 1, 2, and 3. Now, it's well established that Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk are on a different level. Those guys are playing incredible, and we've talked endlessly about the quarterbacks. The 49ers are really deep at wide receiver, really deep at running back, really deep at linebacker. They're deep at corner. There's a lot to like. John Lynch and company in that front office have really put together a deep 90-man roster. But let's go into a few names that maybe I'm the only one noticing. But I'm going to share them with you right here. I love what I'm seeing from Tay Martin. Tay Martin is a second-year receiver who started out at Wazoo, transferred to Oklahoma State because of the pandemic. He was afraid they weren't going to play in the Pac-12, so he transferred to Oak State, and then he went to Stillwater and lit it up. And he's got good size. He's about 6'2", 185 pounds, great ball skills, had a phenomenal bowl game in his final collegiate game against Notre Dame where he caught like 7 or 8 balls for like 110 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then the Niners took him as an undrafted free agent, kept him on the practice squad all year, developed him, helped him work on his route running, he improved his upper body strength. And now Tay Martin's in the Niner camp, and he's making nice catches. And this guy's got great ball skills, good size, and he's going to be heard from in the preseason. So Tay Martin, I expect him to give Juwan Jennings and Ronnie Bell a major run for his money. I've been speculating on this all offseason. Now, Jennings looks great as well. I think the Niners are only going to keep 5 wide receivers. Ronnie Bell's ball skills are legendary coming out of Michigan, but he's had some problems. Ronnie Bell looks a little overwhelmed right now by just all of the Niner offense, the complexities of being an NFL player. Being a college wide receiver and a pro wide receiver are 2 totally different things. Tay Martin's 1 year advanced on Ronnie Bell, and I'm expecting Tay Martin to really fire in the preseason. So remember that name. He wears 86, Tay Martin. You don't get the nickname that Tay Martin has unless you can play. His nickname is Big Play Tay. All right, so watch for Big Play Tay. Who else has looked good to me? Ilm Manning. Ilm Manning was another college free agent. He played left tackle at Hawaii. And he's played a little guard, and he's also lined up at left tackle in some of the practices in the 3 days of camp. I love this guy's balance. I love. He doesn't have prototypical tackle size. If you looked at him at tackle, you'd say, well, most tackles are 6'6", 6'7". This guy's 6'4". Most tackles are 320 pounds. This guy's 295. But then when you start watching him, you're like, wait a second. This is a great athlete at 6'4", 295. And, a year from now, he's still going to be 6'4", but he might be 6'4", 305. The tackle position in the NFL is so much about your ability to kick out against speed rushers, and it's less about your bulk. And Ilm Manning is a player. And I can't wait to see him this preseason. So, Tay Martin, Ilm Manning. Throw his name on the list. He's number 60. He's impressive. Really, really impressive player. Why is he impressive? He doesn't impress you the first time you watch him, but then the more you watch him, you realize this guy's a really good athlete. He can move his feet. He's got a strong upper body. He's got a lot of experience playing left tackle. He's nice. He's really nice. And the Niners' battle for backup offensive line spots is going to be pretty fierce. Jalen Moore might be their third tackle, but you got Nick Zakelj, you got John Feliciano, you got Jason Poe, you got Joey Fisher, you got Ilm Manning. There's a lot of players to like. Matt Pryor, the veterans in this camp. But of those backup offensive line prospects, Ilm Manning is the guy you got to keep your eye on. He absolutely looks fantastic. All right, let's go to the running back position. They're stacked at running back. Christian McCaffrey's a superstar. Elijah Mitchell. The rest of these backs, by the way, all look light and fast. Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Mason, Ty Davis Price, all look like NFL starting caliber running backs to me. But there's another guy in this camp that is going to be heard from in the preseason, and his name is Kalen Laburn, and he wears number 36. He's a really compact, powerful runner, 5'9", about 210 pounds, 5-star recruit coming out of high school, went to Florida State, graduated from Florida State, transferred to Marshall, coming off a year where he had over 300 carries. If you watch college football, Marshall went into South Bend and upset Notre Dame last year, largely because of Kalen Laburn. So it's not LeBourne, it's Laburn. And get this name right, because his game is legit. He is going to make a name for himself in preseason. Kalen Laburn. They got McCaffrey. They got Mitchell. They got Mason. They got TDP. Ronald Awatt's pretty nice. Kalen Laburn. Really, really nice. All right, a couple D linemen to look for. Robert Beal Jr. Is starting to flash big-time athleticism off the edge. He made an offensive tackle. He made the Niners left tackle, and I don't think it was Trent. Might have been the second-team left tackle, but he just blew right by him for a sack in the last practice. Beal's got major, major speed off the edge. Watch for him. Watch for Spencer Wagee. He's really, really high-motored guy. He can play tackle. He can play end. There's a lot to like about Spencer. He plays the run. He hustles. He's got a motor. He's got good hand placement. He's got the same 10-yard split as Aldon Smith. Don't forget number 69, Spencer Wagee. Really, really nice-looking player. I don't know why nobody drafted this guy, but that may have been one of the best undrafted free agent steals of draft weekend. One other guy to look for that I've really been impressed by, and he's showing every day in practice that this guy's legit, and that's Deshaun Jameson. Deshaun Jameson is a two-way player. He's a dynamic returner. He's 5'9", 185 pounds. But when you watch him in the drills, he looks like a 6-year vet. He looks like a guy who's been in the league for 5 years, and he's going into his 6th year. You could not find, if I told you where's the undrafted rookie corner, you would never pick Deshaun Jameson. Why? Because he masters all the drills. This is a guy who knows how to play. He's confident. He's around the football. He breaks on the ball. Deshaun Jameson is real. Another guy, he's wearing 22 out there. Played 5 years at Texas. He's a dynamic return guy as well. I mean, we're talking about really dynamic. I mean, this guy, I'm not saying he's Deion Sanders, but he's a pretty awesome return guy. And he's around the football, and I think he's going to be a major, major player for the 49ers on the corner. So there you go. The under-the-radar players that I've noticed in the first 3 days of camp. If you get out to camp, check those guys out. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of The Krug Show. And thanks to all of you guys for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.